Hey guys, Dr. Andrew Fix here, coming to you on the episode of The Code. I'm from Physio Room, my doctor of physical therapy, and I appreciate you guys being on here to listen to this episode. I've been having some fun conversations over the last few weeks, and I was having one with my wife yesterday, I believe it was, might have been this morning, and that's kind of where this topic came from that we're going to talk about today. Is we talked about goal setting a few episodes back, and then we followed that up with an episode on setting your environment up for success. And, we were talking about it in the context of goals. Like, are you food prepping? Are you planning for failure? Are you, setting yourself up for success? Or, are you buying ice cream at the grocery store and then it's in your freezer and you can't avoid it every night after you eat dinner? Like, what's your environment set up like? Well, we're going to kind of talk about that again, but more in the context of, who do you surround yourself with? What people, what places, like where do you go? Who are you around? And is that group of people that you spend the majority of your time with serving you and helping you, move toward and accomplish the things that you want to accomplish? And this is a challenging topic sometimes to talk about because it makes me and it makes other people feel really uncomfortable sometimes. But that cliche of, you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time around is pretty true. If you go back and think about, like, who are you spending the most time around? And, do you act like them? Do you do things that they do? Probably a lot of similarities. I know I've seen that before. But, the older I've gotten and the more places that I've lived, I've moved a few times, and the more people that I've begun to interact with, the more I really start to see myself gravitating towards, the people that I really enjoy being around, and the people that, live lifestyles that are similar to mine, that push me in good ways to grow and excel and, like, try to get better. These are the people that I like spending time around. I'm really big on, self-development. I enjoy doing this podcast because it helps me get better at talking and, looking things up, learning new things. I'm a voracious learner. Now, that doesn't mean that I have it all figured out. Quite frankly, I don't have anything figured out. I'm trying to figure out as we go, and I hope you guys will join me on that journey. But who do you spend your time with? Who do you surround yourself with? And is that helping you move in the direction that you want to move in? Or is it holding you still? Is it holding you back? Is it, making you go backwards potentially? And this, you've maybe heard this story before that has happened to people. Is like they go to school, they move, they go to college, they have these like big goals and dreams, and then they move back home and they never do end up accomplishing like the things that they wanted to do, or they never set out on the path to do the things that they thought they were going to do while they were in college. Maybe they would have if they didn't go back home. It depends, like, who are they spending their time around? Right. And then, are you letting the thoughts and opinions and whatnot of somebody else stop you from doing things that you enjoy and that bring you enjoyment and satisfaction and gratitude and all these different words? The conversation I was having with my wife, kind of revolved around like social media. And sometimes she will take a while to decide what she wants to say on a particular post or something, or a picture. And it's not necessarily because she doesn't know what to say. It's because she's wondering, how are other people going to interpret that? How are other people going to feel about what's posted? How are other people going to feel about what you say? But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, how is that going to make you feel? Are you proud of the accomplishment that you made, and you want to share that on your social media so that your friends and family and loved ones, like the ones that you actually want to see that and share that with, are you proud of it? Does it make you happy? And are you confident in it? Then damn it, go ahead and share it. And it doesn't matter what certain other people think, because there's always going to be somebody that, is there to pull you in the other direction, or kind of like try to bring you down to lift themselves up, or bring you down because they're feeling a certain way and they don't want to promote and support you. Like there's always going to be things that that aren't helping to support you, but you've just got to take care of yourself first and foremost. Of course, we all have individuals that we love, friends and family that we want to make sure we're taking care of them, but we've got to make sure that our cup is full first, right? Like we've got to make sure that we take care of ourselves, do the things that we need, surround ourselves with the people that we need and want to, so that we can show up and be the person that we want to be on a daily basis. So I pause for a second just to let you think about, like, are you doing that? Is that what you're doing? And this kind of falls, on the code here on this podcast. This kind of falls, in my opinion, like in that category of relationships and stress management, for that matter. Like a lot of times, if I find myself hanging and spending time with, people that bring me a lot of stress, well, then that affects the other areas of my life. That's going to affect my workouts, and that's going to affect my communication with my clients, and that's going to affect my communication with my other friends and family members that, aren't the ones that are potentially bringing me stress and whatnot. So it all is going to affect each other. So the more that you can surround yourself with the people that you really enjoy being around, the people that push you when you need to be pushed and challenge you when you need to be challenged, and don't just they just don't accept your bullshit or excuses about something. They kind of call you out in a good way, not like in a bringing you down kind of way, but like in a giving you a little nudge when you need it type of a way. Surround yourself with those people, the ones that push you out of your comfort zone and don't just let you just coast by, but also know when to take their foot off the gas just a little bit when they can tell that maybe you're going through a tough time. Maybe that's not the time to put your foot on the gas and you got to take care of a few things. But when the time is right, they challenge you. And then if you struggle or you fail, they're there to help you acknowledge that and give you support on the back end. And then when you do something that's cool and that you're really proud of it, that you achieve something, they're there to celebrate with you and pump you up and make you feel good about it. And then when the time is right, encourage you to get out there and do the next challenge, but not pull you down or hold you back from trying to accomplish something just because they're not at that point in their life. And sometimes that happens, right? We get held back from things that we want to do because of other people that we're spending time with might just not be in the place to, be ready to understand why we would want to do this certain thing. Why would we want to take that job? Why would we want to go on that trip? Why would we want to do that adventure? Because that's not something that they would want to do. Well, sometimes that causes people to hold back from doing things that they really think they would enjoy. So just take a minute to think about that. And obviously, I'm not suggesting that you totally stop communicating with people that you know and love and like, and you've been friends with for a long time. But as everybody grows and matures, and as everybody reaches different points in their life, our relationships are going to grow and change and evolve. And maybe some get stronger, maybe some get weaker because people are just going in different directions. And that's okay. It's not right or it's wrong. It's just we're at different points in our life compared to different people. And at the end of the day, the more that we can all support one another in the different endeavors that we're all trying to do, I think the better off we're all going to be, right? The better off we are all going to be, the more satisfaction we're all going to have in our lives. And then the more happy for and have gratitude for other people we're all going to have, because we're just surrounding ourselves with people that bring the best out of us, and we can try and do the same thing for them. So after you're done listening to this episode, get out there, go surround yourself with some awesome people, put yourself in an environment that challenges you in good ways, and it doesn't let you just coast through life, and crack the code on your environment. Thank you guys for tuning in to listen to this episode on The Code. Again, I'm your host, Dr. Andrew Fix. We'll be back here with another episode next week, and we hope to see you guys and hear you guys listening on that one. Talk to you soon.